Are you cold? What are you doing? How'd you do that? Ah, it's making me cry a little bit. Hello and welcome to 2021. Happy New Year. Welcome to FiberLoveDiary. My name is Trish if we haven't met, and if we have met, welcome back. There's a little mountain goat behind me looking out the window. What you doing? 2021. Here we are. Mad Max was set in 2021. I don't know if you know that, but it's a little scary if you think about it. So a lot of bad things happened in 2021. A lot of people are still overcoming those hardships and illnesses and loss of income, loss of business, all those kinds of things. A lot of bad has happened. I don't want to sugarcoat for one moment what the past year has been. It's been crazy. I really believe that every bad thing also has a lot to teach us, and great lessons come from hard times, and we find out how strong we are, we find out how resilient we are, we find out how tough we are. I would love to spread a little positivity and see if you guys would put one thing in the comments that you know that you learned from 2020, or one good thing that came from 2020, because I believe that even the worst hardships have good things that come from them. I would have to say for me that it's really this channel. So I have had this channel quite a few years. Like, I probably started in 2017, but I was very inconsistent and I didn't feel comfortable in front of the camera. I'm okay saying that. I mean, you can tell. At the beginning of 2020, I just pretty much decided I was gonna at least try to be more consistent. Because the truth is, I could easily put out 3 videos a week of what I'm doing in the fiber world to document. What I found out was that as you guys were stuck home and trying to learn new skills and finally having time to spend time with your spinning wheels or your looms or your sewing machines or whatever, I got to know more and more of you, and it has been amazing. It has been something so unexpected and so wonderful in my life. I just really appreciate you all. You guys helped me get through 2020, and you actually made it awesome. So figure that out. I can't figure out how somebody made it awesome, but you guys did it. So I want to thank you guys so much for just everything for the last year. I mean, if you made a comment, if you hit like, if you subscribed, if you went to the Etsy shop and bought something, I appreciate it. If you can't do any of those things, I still appreciate you. You guys are my people. Last year I did a stash flash and it about killed me. I made like 50 trips up and down the stairs in my house. We have a what's called a tri-level. I'm not going to go into that if you don't know what it is. You can Google it. And so there's stairs and things are stashed and stored. Well, they were stashed and stored all over the house then. They still kind of are. But I just don't have the energy to do it. But I love you guys. And I think my stash has grown. I want to say I did better last year, but I probably didn't. I did spin a ton, but I probably bought more, if you know what I'm saying. And same with yarn. It's not hurting anybody but potentially me, right? So who cares? It's fine. I wanted to say an official Happy New Year, and I wanted to introduce you guys to the first project of 2021 as far as spinning goes. I did a fleece study. I cannot remember who sold it, but at the time I think there was only one person doing this. Back in like 2009, I think, and it was like $175. You got 75 breeds, I think. You got a notebook, you got all these info sheets that gave you like characteristics, suppliers, places where you could take notes and put a sample and everything. So I'm gonna look for something like that or make something like that for myself. But I bought myself basically like a mini fleece study. So the first one I did, they were all raw samples, and I think you got 2 ounces. And I'm not sure what happened to the notebook. I did complete the notebook, and I'm pretty sure it was in the house when we moved, but I definitely don't have it in this house. So maybe I decided to purge it. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm gonna do a refresher. It's not raw fleece. You guys, my famous knife that I like to brandish. I promise I'm not a hoodlum. So, my son was here for dinner last night and he used the word hoodlum and it cracked me up. He's like 22. Another one of our sons got engaged over Christmas. We are very excited. We visited him and his bride-to-be over the weekend and saw her house and had a really nice lunch, and we just had a fun time over the holiday. What have you guys been up to? Have you been crafting? Did you see any family? Did you just stay home? So I got this from an Etsy shop, and Wool Gatherings LLC. I will link the shop that I got this at. I was actually thinking I'd start this on February 1st and maybe we would talk about like 2 breeds a week for a little while. If any of you want to join me doing this, you can get one and then you can compare thoughts on the comments and stuff like that. So are you ready? It comes in this pretty big box. I can't remember how many breeds are in here. I ordered this months ago. It's been here since October. I'm busy, you guys. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am really busy. I'm always moving. Oh, isn't it fun just to get a big box of wool? Look at it. Okay. Yes, it is 30. Wow, look at this big package. It smells so good. Oh, and we're gonna talk about these. It looks like they're all packaged up in like little itty bitty bundles. Yes, so there's a card in here that gives all the different breeds that you get. So I'm gonna be quick, but there's Charolais, Cheviot or Cheviot, I never know. I hear people pronounce it both ways. Corriedale, Devon, Dorset Horn, Eider, Falkland, Finnish, Gotland, Herdwick. I don't know. I don't think I've ever spun that before. Is it Herdic like Smithix? You don't pronounce the W. Someone from the UK help me. I know some of you are there. Icelandic, Jacob, Lincoln, Manx, Lufton, Loftan, Loten. I don't know. How do you pronounce that one? I'm sure one of you guys knows. I don't think I've ever actually heard anyone say it. Masham, Perrindale, Polworth, Rambouillet, Romney, Shetland, Southdown, Suffolk, Swaledale. I'm pretty sure I've never spun that. Targhee, Teeswater. Have I spun Teeswater? I've used the locks. I don't know. Probably just maybe, I don't know. Texel, Welsh, Wensleydale, Whiteface, Woodland. That's hard to say. And Zwartbowls. I have not tried that one either. And I don't think I've tried Whiteface Woodland. So there's a number of breeds here that I have not tried ever that I know of. I'm just gonna take these out and show you these cute, adorable little bundles. So it says 1 ounce each. And this is the Whiteface Woodland. So it's just, they're all packaged up in here separately. Oh. That's the Shetland. And there's different colors, all different colors. Like here's a really pretty brown. And that's the Zwartbowls. How do you say that one? Don't you love that I don't know how to pronounce anything? I really should, but I have this weird like pathological thing about pronouncing things wrong. So I feel like I'm never sure. And you hear them pronounced differently all over the place. So who's right? I don't know. Here's the mashup. I'm pretty sure I've never spun this. Lincoln, I have spun. But I spun, what I had was like gray. Teeswater. Here's the Welsh. So I've had black Welsh. I'm not 100% sure. Black-faced? No, Black Welsh Mountain. Black Welsh Mountain. I am guessing this is not the same thing, but that'd be interesting to know. Maybe I'll send her a quick little note. So it's all these different colors, and I'll actually pan across the bundles so you can really see, because it's a lot of different tones and colors. I was thinking that I would aim to use them all in one project, because 30 ounces should be enough for a pretty decent sized project, right? So kind of the way I think about knitting and spinning is that I'll have like planned projects, and then at the same time I have kind of like surprise / unplanned projects where I just want to take 4 ounces somewhere, or I really quickly spin up a pair of socks or whatever. Things get unplanned, jump in the way, whatever. But this is my first planned project of 2021. The owner of Wool Gatherings does not know I'm doing this. We're not working together. It's nothing like that. I'm not trying to sell you guys something that I'm getting something from. I just thought this would be really fun. So if anybody wants to do it, February 1st, I'm gonna go alphabetically, just like this little card is. So join me, won't you? So you guys know I'm not really like a goal setter or a resolution setter. I talked about it last year. I kind of feel like if there's something I need to work on, or if there's like a character defect I need to work on, or a goal I need to work on, or a behavior I need to work on, I don't believe in waiting till a particular day to start working on that. So either I'm gonna start right away, or I'm not gonna work on it at all, which is usually what happens. I don't work on it at all. So I don't really set myself those kinds of goals very much for the year, but I also feel like there are a couple of new things I want to try, and this year I am gonna say I want to try to get them done in the next 12 months. I literally just started wanting to do this in the last few days, so that's why it coincides with the first of the year. I really want to get better at warping my floor loom. I have my second warp on it, and it's good. It's weaving up very nicely now. I had a little trouble in the beginning, but it's weaving really nicely now, and I think I'm going to just go ahead and just kind of like push my way through it. It's not perfect. And I know that in the beginning, I really struggled with my rigid heddle loom, getting the warping perfect. After John got me the warping bar, it got better really quickly, but it was getting better before that, like incrementally. And I really want to get to the point where that doesn't take me like a week to do, because it really has taken me, the first time it took me like 2 weeks, and the second time it probably took me a week. So I'm improving a lot already. Oh, other 2021 news. So our local yarn store, I've talked about it like a million times. Sometimes I help out there a little bit, has been on limited hours because of COVID. For a while they weren't even allowed to be open, and the owner just decided to add 1 4-hour like day a week, which will be an evening, and she asked me if I'd like to come work for her and watch the store for 1 evening a week. So I got a job, and she said I can film there, so I will occasionally be filming in the shop. I don't know how that's gonna look yet. I don't know how anything's gonna look yet. I don't know how tomorrow's gonna look yet. So last, I thought I'd show you my first planned knitting project of the year. I spent about the last 2 weeks of 2020 not starting anything new, only working on things that were already started. It might have even been longer than 2 weeks. And I'm about to finish a blanket that I made with Cascade Whirligig. You'll see it in the next project update. It's almost done. Like, I'll probably finish it today. It's only half the size of that ginormous blanket that I showed in the last update video. That thing is like a person, and our dog wants it so bad. Gus, our other dog, is just like, this, I need this to be my blanket, but I don't want it to smell like dog, so I feel bad because I have to keep telling him no. So all that blather is just to say that I was trying to finish a few projects, clear the deck. First thing I'm going to make is this. It is a cape, but I'm going to make it in a poncho style, so I'm going to modify it a little because I can't knit anything without modifying it, or weave anything without modifying it. I don't know why I'm like this. Okay, so a lady came into the local yarn shop and she showed us this pattern, and I was like, I have to have this pattern. So it is called a Roma pattern. And I'll actually link so you can see it in color because I printed it in black and white. I'm going to be knitting the larger version or longer version, but I am not going to put an opening in it. I'm just going to knit it in the round. And it's hooded. It's really kind of cute. I don't know if I'll even wear it because it's kind of a lot, but it's so adorable. I had a little trouble finding the pattern, so I just want to tell you guys, just in case anyone falls in love with it like I did. I got this, and there's an address down here. It's the Yarn Guys in Freeport, Illinois. So I had to email them, and they, I think, invoiced me so I could buy the pattern from them. I couldn't just buy it on Ravelry, and if you can, I couldn't figure it out, and I've never had it before where I just couldn't figure out how to buy a pattern. It's usually very intuitive and very simple. So I just went to them, and it's called the Yarn Guys. I said that already, from Freeport, Illinois. I'll link their website so that if somebody wants this pattern, they can get it. So I'm going to do it. These are my needles. And I bought the yarn at Knit Picks. I had to wait until they had what I wanted in stock. This is the Midnight Heather, I think. Yep. So I'm doing it in Midnight Heather for the main color, and then it's like the plain, I don't know if they call it white or natural white. The white, and this is the palette yarn. I've used it before. You guys, so many of you have commented on the Persian Dreams Afghan. That is all knit from this yarn. I really like it. It doesn't stretch that much, which makes it kind of nice for color work. This is my full box. In fact, as soon as I finish that blanket, I'm casting on. So hopefully today, this afternoon, I'm going to dye some wool to make some bats. So for sure tomorrow, hopefully today, I'm casting on for this really cute cape. But I'm making it a poncho because after I knit that last poncho, I realized that I'm actually a poncho person. Who knew? Happy New Year! I would love to hear what your first project of 2021 is, whether it be spinning, weaving, knitting, crocheting, maybe you're nail binding or felting. So I hope you guys have had a wonderful New Year's, a great start to 2021. I hope it's better than 2020. Here's to a whole nother year of learning, spinning, making awesome stuff, making beautiful stuff, and having fun. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.